Dear friend, however we would like to live in lives full of happiness and abundance, the reality is that life can be very difficult at times. The thing about life is that you must survive. Life is beautiful, but it can also be brutal at times. When it is you trying to move along, get on with it and be strong. Not in the sense of being mean to others, but being tough with yourself and make a deadly effort not to be defeated. Regardless of who we are, what we do or how hard we try, life will throw us plenty of sharp knives to break our heart. We can get on the wrong way from our plans and goals at a blink of an eye. Life sometimes takes a lot of wrong turns before you find right path. Whether it is in the right way or sometimes the wrong way, you learn about life and it is lesson. No matter how long you have traveled in the wrong direction, you always have the choice to turn around. There will always be a right way and wrong way to do things. If you make a something and it is your responsible, you want to make it very nice. You want people to admire it. Doing something well is a form of respect for humanity in general. I found that all incompetence comes from not paying attention, which comes from people doing something that they don't want to do. And doing something what they don't want to do means either they have no choice or they don't think that the moments of their life are worth fighting for. Too often we do things the wrong way in the wrong situations that we think it is just bad for us. However, we usually seem to forget that situations are continuously improving and it is the way we did things are influencing our thoughts. Just because it did not work out the way you ideally wanted it to doesn't mean it won't work out ever again. You just gotta leave it for now. Let time do its thing and give it a second chance in the future and do it the way you have ever wanted. That way you know you tried everything you could and won't be wondering what if for the rest of your life. You'll be wondering many times in your life you'll make mistakes. Some people will call them failures, but you'll come to learn that failure is really good way of saying, excuse me, you're moving the wrong direction. It is just an experience, just an experience. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, when you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Don't wait for the right answer and the golden path to present themselves. This is precisely why you are stuck. Starting without seeing the end is difficult, so we often wait until we see the end, scanning relentlessly for the right way, the best way and the perfect way. The way to get unstuck is to start down the path whatever it is right now, step by step, page by page, interaction by interaction. As you start moving, you can't help but improve, can't help but incrementally find yourself getting back toward your North Star. You might not end up with perfect, but it is significantly more valuable than being stuck. Don't just start, continue and repeat. As you have gone through life and become increasingly aware of how this world really operates, you have made some observations that you feel are just the harsh realities of life. Some of these realities are within your control, where you have the ability to change the situation or outcomes. Some other realities are just not within your control, and those are the things you have to accept. For things that are not in your control, you do have the ability to choose how you perceive and respond to them. And that is the key. No matter who you are and what you have done or how great you try to make life, things happen. Making mistakes or getting on the wrong way have the power to turn you into something better than you were before. We all make mistakes and we have had bad days at work, at church, at school or at home. Our mistakes may not be forgotten, but they are forgiven, period. Each day is a fresh start, so walk into your workplace with the right attitude. We need to accept that we won't always make the right decisions, that we will screw up royally, sometimes understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, it is the part of success. It is important that we forgive ourselves for making mistakes. We need to learn from our errors and move on. Mistakes are proof that you're trying and they are always forgivable. You must have the courage to admit them because your past mistakes are meant to guide you, not define you. We all have mistakes, we all have troubles by getting on the wrong way, even regret things in our past. But you're not your mistakes, you're not your struggles. You're here now with the power to shape your day and your future. It's okay if you don't have everything figured out, even if you feel like you should have better handle on your life by now. You're not a failure, you're not a lost cause, you're human. You're allowed to make a change at any stage of your life. You're never too old to change your mind, despite what you might think. You haven't reached an age where going back is impossible. You can always go back, you can always start over. You are not the only one who feels this way. Other people are asking the same questions you have been asking. They are experiencing the same things you have been experiencing. There is no right or wrong way to live your life. It is all about what makes you happy or unhappy. Make sure you choose the right direction that feels right for you, that makes you feel fulfilled, because your opinion is the only one that matters. It is normal to feel lost. It is normal to question whether you are moving in the right direction or whether you need to make a U-turn. It took a lot of strength to get to the place where you are right now. Remember that next time you feel like it is impossible to keep going on, you already made it this far. You have been strong this whole time. If you come to the realization you are on the wrong track, it is okay. It is not something you should feel ashamed to admit. It is actually a good thing that you realize you are moving in the wrong direction. That means you can redirect yourself. That means you can fix things. You shouldn't compare your journey to anyone else. It doesn't matter if your friends grew up in the same town and they are already working their dream jobs. It doesn't matter if your cousin is the same age and has already gotten married. Their success doesn't take away from yours. You could be in an entire different place 1 year from now. So don't feel like everything is hopeless. Don't feel like you're stuck in a rut and are never going to be able to change your trajectory. If you start making changes now, you'll see results. You'll see yourself slowly stepping into the life you've ever wanted. Never stop believing in yourself. Never lose faith in yourself. Never doubt your own potential. You don't have to do this alone. There are people you can turn to for help if you feel like you need advice and a shoulder to lean on. You have friends, you have family, you have therapy, you have options. You are doing better than you think. You might not feel like you have anything to be proud at the moment, but think about how much you have changed over the years. Think about how much you have grown. Nobody is perfect. We make mistakes, we say wrong things, we do wrong things, we fall, we get up, we learn, we grow, we move on, and that is the way we live.